Hello.
What is
How we
up,
doing,
everybody?
everybody? We are out
Great.
here. Jake, you should watch the stream. I made something special for your camera.
Oh,
I
my
made
wife
Jake.
walked in the room and said, "When do they start streaming?"
I made Jake the Balatro clown and
Yeah.
Garrett's the Warhammer
Oh,
guy.
that's
Nice.
awesome! I just saw it come up. That's so cool.
That's amazing. That's so funny.
Oh man, good times. Well, what is going on, everybody here in the chat? We're doing a very different kind of stream. The first time we did this was 2 years ago, right? That's when we actually did like our live stream, and then we didn't do it last year, and then earlier this year we did the mid-year check-in, right, Andrew? I think that's right. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I'd have to check the we probably didn't stream the first year we did this. We might have, but
No, I think we did. I think we did stream it the first year. But anyways, cool. Why don't you tell the viewers here what we're doing?
yeah, this is our fourth year of doing Fantasy Critic, which the shorthand is it's fantasy football, but for drafting video games and getting points based off of how well those games score. So you create a team, a developer, and then we do a draft right now where we're going to draft 6 teams in a snake draft. And then throughout the year, we all have a budget of 100 fake dollars, and we will bet on games throughout the year and fill out our roster of a total of 12 games, right? 12?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
drafting
12.
6, but then you pick up 6 throughout the year, and then there's also the counter
And-
pick.
Yes, and then at the end of the year, whoever has the most points wins. Now, there's more details to it than that. There's this thing called the counter pick, where at the end of this draft, we will then counter pick a game from each person's roster. So everybody will have one game on their roster that gets counter picked by another team. And that will actually work in the opposite way of a normal game, where if it does really well, the person who had to counterpick it will lose points, but if it actually does poorly, they'll gain points. Now, it never really does poorly. It either doesn't come out, which is the goal, or it isn't super good. And sometimes that doesn't work out for everybody. So that's the general idea, I think, of Fantasy Critic. Really shorthand. There's more details to it than that, but that's the general idea. Would you guys say that I've mostly summarized it well?
Yes, no,
Alright,
for
cool.
sure. Yeah, it's really fun.
Now-
I mean, this website's like free. This one guy makes it himself. He does have a Patreon that you can kind of support him. Again, it's fantasycritic.games, so that's the website, and I'll link it in the description afterwards if anyone's curious about it. And then you also, one of the kind of fun parts about how we treat it is that we all come up with fake publisher names, which is kind of like a fun little aspect of it. And then I'll actually design like our fake logos. So here are our fake logos for this year.
Oh shoot! I forgot about this part.
I
It's
will
gonna
say,
take us a second to see it, I think, on the stream, but
I if we had a consolation prize or just kind of like a bonus prize, I do think that Jake consistently comes up with like some really good names. We were just talking about this
Yes,
prior
he
to the
does.
stream.
get that name
Hoyavers was like top tier name.
oh, there it is. It just showed up on the stream. It looks
Oh,
fantastic.
Larry
That is
and Gabe
definitely
was
a
fun.
name pandering to Gabe and Andrew for sure.
Oh,
yeah, yeah, that was awesome. Active Gizzard, that was a fun one this year too. I had to like
Yeah, baby.
draw the G, all kind of funny. And then I did a little nod for you, Christian, for the XD Arcane.
Oh yeah, I see that. That's good. That's good.
I thought that was pretty fun.
Now this all is leading to our grand prize, though, right?
Yes, yeah, there is a prize.
So
we have a prize committee.
I'll let you pull that up because it's gonna take a minute for us to see it. But at the end of every year, we do have a winner, and that winner has historically received a personally designed mug from our local graphic designer, Gabriel Mergatio. And so we are all eagerly anticipating the mug, even though none of us are getting it. Spoiler alert, the designer's gonna get it, so hopefully he made it extra special for himself this year.
Just a big like middle finger to everybody.
And there it is. We can now all see it. Wow.
Nice.
Look at
Oh,
that.
baby.
I did have
Damn.
It
to.
Looks
always
good.
looks so good.
I did run into a problem this year, which is that last year all of our names and like the logos were very like horizontal. and they all kind of fit really nicely like on one row. But then this year is like we had some horizontal names and we had some like tall names like Larian. And so I was like, fuck, like, what am I supposed to do here? So I've come up now with like a future-proof way of doing it. And this is how it's always going to be now going forward.
Nice. Yeah, I love the details of not only do you create the logos for our teams, but you also put the point totals and all that. And every year it's a different logo. It's quite the mug. It's coveted.
It's coveted. You want to know? You want to know a little Easter egg for the prize that I thought of? That I was like, oh, I don't know if I did that intentionally, but now I'm doing it intentionally. The first year, the logo had 1 star in it, like the Fantasy Critic logo that I make every year, like our league logo. And then last year, I coincidentally put 2 stars in it. And then this year, I was like, wait, I'm gonna put 3 stars in it. So every year, I'm gonna put an extra star in it. I was like, that's nice.
That's cool.
Anyways,
We're at like level on the 100th time we've done this. There's just gonna be nothing but
a lot.
stars.
Yeah, no.
Just
Wait, so you're telling me you're so right? There's 1 star in this one.
Oh my
And then-
gosh!
This
Get
guy.
this.
And then there's 2 stars in this one.
Isn't that crazy? I did that.
Yeah, that is so crazy.
Watch Christian never win for like the next like 6 years.
Man.
It's just everyone.
What a
guy.
flex! I'm dead. Oh my god, that's
Get
good.
him out. We
All right,
don't
so
want it.
This is a great segue because we're gonna look, and he's filling up. He's gonna drink from his chalice.
Oh my gosh.
This is a great segue because what we're gonna do is before we move on to our 2025 draft, we're gonna actually do a quick little retrospective and go through our 2024 draft. So this past year, okay? So we'll go through everyone's list, do some little commentary, and then we'll reveal the winner at the end. So actually go in reverse order with the person that was last this year. So I'll go first.
Put away the mugs.
All right, so Christian came in 6th place this year after winning back-to-back the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So so that was pretty wild. So
Nintendo did me dirty.
put some respect on his name because he did win the past 2 years. He's he won the first year and the second year. This is the 3rd year that we're doing it, obviously, and then 2025 will be the 4th year. Yeah, I mean, I want to say you actually I feel like you went for good games. It's just that they a lot of them underperformed. Like you had a couple Nintendo games that didn't perform as well, like the Mario Luigi Brothership one. What was the one earlier that you had? It was the Princess Peach game. That was what the heck? That was crazy. Even Splatoon 3, because some of the other DLCs were really good. I mean, you got to go first, so you had a big pop from Reverse, obviously. Mina,
The NES Championship Remix got a 70 as well. That game was also really fun and did poorly. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a bummer. Yeah, I was surprised by how low Lego Horizon was. Or Pepper Grinder. Pepper Grinder, I thought that was going to be a big one. And that was, and this is kind of part of it too, viewer, is that, you draft games and you kind of think okay, well, this is going to do really well. And then you kind of are surprised by, sometimes they don't do as well as you thought, which is a bummer. But yeah, in the end, I mean, honestly, you would have crossed 100 had it not been for the Plucky Squire -12, which is better than I thought. Because when you first counterpicked Plucky Squire, I thought you were done so. That one actually kind of underperformed in my mind as well. So yeah, I think
That's just part of it. For those who are new to this, again, the person who goes first in the draft has the last counter pick, so they usually have the hardest list remaining to counter pick from. And so I had Jake's, and Jake had a really, really good list of games on his draft.
Yeah, for sure. Well, cool. We'll move on to 5th place, and you can go, Andrew.
Yeah, we had Andy in 5th place, who, as of 7 hours ago, is not going to be in 5th place. But we'll get to that. So Andy started off super solid, a lot of high 80s. Drafted Dragon's Dogma 2 with his first overall pick. At the time, I thought that was crazy, but it was the right move. 87 was really good from that one. Even grabbed, at one point, Satisfactory off the bench before it hit 1.0 and got an above 90. that he didn't even draft. That's pretty rare. So
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
I think Andy, this was your second year or your first year?
This is the
Second year.
Second
Yeah.
year. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
very
Factory
very
pick is kind of
impressive.
like insane, actually.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And Rise of the Golden Idol was also one that you grabbed outside of the draft. And I remember at the time of the draft, I thought it was crazy that you picked Cat Quest 3, and then it ended up being one of Gabe and I's favorite games of the year. So
Yeah,
Cat Quest is a fun franchise.
yeah, that was
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that's what we learned. But in the end, as you can see at the bottom of Andy's list, he was in 4th place. And he had the capability to jump all the way up to 2nd place, depending on how his
Yeah,
last.
I mean, as
two
of 7
picks
hours
were.
ago, he was in 3rd place. He had even
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
he made it to 3rd place.
So he grabbed on your tail in the Spirit of the Samurai last second, but unfortunately, as you can see, the Spirit of the Samurai got a 50, which is a record low for this experience.
Let's
and he has a
go.
massive negative 15, which out of nowhere brought our boy down to 5th place. So
I am going out with a bang.
Because
So-
to clarify, you get points based on how much a game does over a 70.
over 70, every
Yeah.
point over 70.
And then if it does, and then you
basically.
get double points over 90.
Mhm.
But then you get half points below 60. Yes.
Mhm.
I think, yep. So,
Yeah, definitely.
so yeah, I mean, yeah, Andy was pretty close. I mean, like, you had the 8 there. You were kind of 7 to 8 points away from tying Andrew for 2nd, which is pretty wild. So,
Yeah, I knew Spirit of Samurai wasn't going to do great. I just didn't think it was going to do that bad. So that was.
Yeah, and on your tail got you the 8, like Jesse said. It was solid.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to get him halfway there, and then Spirit of the Samurai just tanked out of nowhere.
Hey,
yeah.
That's tough.
at least it was
like a gamble, though.
entertaining.
11, yeah, it was 11th hour kept us on our toes here. Cool. Who was 4th here? Garrett.
Garrett.
Yes, so Garrett here, Larry and Games. I thought Garrett had some really good picks this year too, actually. I mean, you had a real good strong start with Tekken 8, which, like, I remember when we started, you went 3rd and that was your 3rd pick. I was like, I think that's a good pick, but I was like, it's not gonna be like really good. And like, I was like, again, surprised. I was like, damn, like a 20?
I
That's
was
crazy.
too.
That's like, I was like, wow, you knew something I didn't, clearly. And then you picked Silent Hill 2 Remake, which I thought was risky. And then it got a 17, which is like, oh my God, this guy's on a roll. Like, that's thought that was crazy. And yeah, you had some other stuff here, right? Like World of Goo 2, I thought that was a really good pick. And then like Hardest Noble, a Stalker 2, I thought like that was like, man, like I thought that was a shoe-in. Like I remember being like sad that you picked that up during the draft because I wanted that really bad. And then yeah, like that just completely underperformed, which is a huge bummer. But you had a really good counter pick.
You love to see a heart pick too. You love to see a heart pick in Space Marines too, because
yeah.
that's our boys' franchise. So
That's right, clearly. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good that you picked up, that you counterpicked Mina. I thought that was bold, but like, you know, worked out in your favor. And then Garrett was the one who actually went for Indiana Jones, which I just started playing last week.
Yeah,
And we all like were
87.
like everyone avoided that game, and then it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, like you just got that for 7, like
Really solid.
yeah, like super solid pick, which is like, dang, kind of wish I would have.
Can I briefly mention one thing
Yes.
about his list? Just
Yes.
wanted to draw attention that Mario Party Jamboree outperformed pretty much every other like Nintendo release this year, which is like so frustrating
That was
to me
another
because
one.
I picked up so many Nintendo games.
Yeah, that was another one where I was like, I'm not sure about that, and then yeah, it turned out pretty good. it's pretty wild.
Like a
actually.
solid 80. It was like, okay, great.
Yeah, I mean, again, viewer, if you can get above an 80, you're good. Like that,
Yeah.
you want to get above an 80. Cool. Moving on to 3rd place, right?
yes,
We got
Jake had a great year in 3rd place. He had
Yep.
the 2nd overall pick, which we might forget at the time. We did not know when Shadow of the Erd Tree was going to drop.
That
which
was
is
wild.
why it was the 2nd overall pick. And that was kind of the, I feel like it was a little bit of a theme too, because then you went with Plucky Squire, which we also didn't know when or if that was going to drop. But yeah, Jake had a really solid year, had 2 games with above 90 with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth with his 3rd pick. kind of got screwed a little bit with like, I was really surprised that Final Fantasy 16's DLC only got an 8.
Yeah.
Homeworld 3 was a game that you beat me by $1 to pick up, and it only got a 7.
It got
Zone
really
Zero
bad
was a
reviews
6.
like right out of the gate too. Like Homeworld 3, from what I understand, like the tutorial sucked.
Mhm.
Oh,
The
yeah, I
gameplay
remember
people really
that.
liked, and so unfortunate.
Yeah, it was a good year in the sense that everything you got was like a solid score, which is why I think you ended up in 3rd place. But you just had a few titles that were like very surprising to get something below an 80. Like Zenless Zone Zero to me, I was gonna go for Zenless Zone Zero because I just figured that's a due an 80 plus, and it only got a 76.
Also,
Plus
me,
you had
they
to
were-
counterpick Penny's Big Breakaway, which is one of my games, so that's tough for you.
You had a rough list to counterpick. For me, my
Yes.
2 biggest, I think, things that I missed out on.
I had good instincts this year, but couldn't pull the trigger at the right time. I said like 2 days before Balatro came out, I said this game's gonna do good, but I don't want to fill my
remember
list.
that.
It's true. I see the receipts.
And then I think I sat on UFO 50 for like 3 weeks, hoping that one of my games would get delayed, so I could delay drop a game. None of my games this year got delayed, so I haven't been able to use a delay drop at all this
That's
year.
crazy.
Yeah, that is
That's
crazy.
a wild stat.
You think would be very good.
Yeah,
But-
I know. Yeah.
I wish that I could have dropped some of these games.
Yeah.
I wish I would have gone for a little bit harder on some dates that I would have gotten there, because I didn't get to use any delay drops. So I had very little room to kind of like sculpt my list throughout the year.
Yeah, for sure.
But you ended strong with Anton Blast to secure the 3rd place victory by a hair. It is kind of crazy how
It is
close.
close.
Like, sorry, Christian, but there's Christian way at the bottom. There's Gabe
way
way,
at the
at the top, and then there's all of us like scrunched together.
yeah,
for
only like
fighting
10
for
or
second
only
place.
like
Yeah.
10, 15 points apart. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
There was a point this year where I thought I had it, and then Gabe had game
sure.
after game after game that just felt like they way exceeded, at least I think, everyone else except Gabe's expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, if I didn't have the Spirit of the Samurai, I would be right there next to Jacob.
Yep.
Next to Jacob.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Cool. Moving on to number 2, second place, and this guy has gotten second place every single time.
Every
Is that actually? That's so
3
crazy.
years in a row.
3
One
years in
more
a row.
time.
Mitch
Yeah,
Stenschmo this year.
Yeah, one more time.
has gotten
Consistent.
second place. He's very consistent. Can he clutch it this year? We'll find out soon.
we will.
But yeah, I mean, I thought you had a pretty solid list this year too. There were 2 games I think that were kind of like the downfall, which was you had Flight Sim, which I thought was phenomenal pick. Like I wanted that game on
Yeah.
my list, and then it's like, who would have thought that it would have got a 75? I mean, what did the
Just
last
crazy,
Flight Sim get?
dude.
It was like in the 90s.
Last Flight Sim had a 91, I want to say, and I got a
Jeez.
75 out of this Flight Sim. That was
Absurd.
crushing.
Completely absurd. And then Hellblade 2, another one that I was gunning for that you took, and I was
Yeah.
like, dang, and that was like super surprising. I thought that game was easily gonna be an 88 at the bare minimum.
Yeah, that and Rise of the Ronin was one that was a massive disappointment because
Dang.
actually it doesn't look like it because I messed up, but I picked Rise of the Ronin. I think it's my 2nd or my 3rd overall pick.
yeah, that
And
was higher up
it
too.
was a 77. So my draft actually wasn't all that good. I ended up having to drop, I think, another one in my draft. But yeah, for the most part, I had all my games came out. I picked up some good games. Nothing
Yeah,
crazy.
I want to say I want to give you 2 flowers for picking up Blast Blue Entropy Effect. Random ass game. Random ass game. No one's
I
fucking
saw
heard
that
of.
in a Skill Up Weekly, and I was like, I'm sold. Put a dollar in, and I got 84 from it.
Yeah, so that's insane. And then V Rising, I felt like that was pretty good because you bid on that before you knew a release date and everything. So I thought that was actually pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, we played that with 4 of the guys here. We played you, me, Andy, and Garrett, and we loved that game.
Yeah,
so
that was a good
like,
game.
That's gonna get in the mid 80s, and it did. I do want to say before we move on, I think the reason Christian did so poorly is because he forgot who the real Nintendo schmo was. Because I
Okay,
also
here we
got
go.
2 Nintendo games, and I got the 2 highest rated Nintendo games this year. Because your boy knows Nintendo. Because I had Paper Mario and Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
just something to keep in mind when Metroid
you got
Prime
Zelda
4
Echoes
comes
of
up.
Wisdom by $1 too.
By $1.
Yeah, that
Dude,
was a really
crazy.
good. That was really good draft.
Yeah, Gabe and I ran the numbers on that, like the math over and over again. Then I checked with Gabe. I was like, "Do you think I'm gonna get it if I do this?" He's like, "I think you might get it." And then boom, I just barely got it. So,
Illusion.
so
Not
yeah,
including
just
Christian,
keep
probably.
in mind when Metroid Prime 4 comes up, you might as well not draft it. It belongs
Honestly,
to the Nintendo guy.
I've been
All right.
burned by anything but a mainline game from now on.
Yeah.
Like I'm not taking any of these side things from
Yeah.
Nintendo anymore.
It's true.
I learned a lot of
So-
lessons, I will say.
Yeah.
Like I'm taking a very different look at 2025.
As should we all, except for the champion, Gabe Mergatio, Kojima Peel Productions. What I love so much about the fact that Gabe won is because he did it with the heart picks. He started off with 2 Atlas games in a row, Persona 3 Reload, historically one of his favorite games of all time, and then he grabbed Metaphor ReFantasio before any of us even really knew what that game was.
Oh yeah.
Ends up being a Game of the Year contender, probably Gabe's favorite Game of the Year.
Yep.
And to top it all off, he also, for some reason, none of us thought to, he grabbed Astrobot. Nobody else bid on Astrobot, the Game of the Year. I don't know what we were thinking. But Gabe got Astrobot for free, even though he didn't spend for free, but he got it
An
for free.
insane suite of indies. Animal
Yes.
Well,
UFO
Astrobot,
50.
or sorry,
Neva,
UFO
yeah.
50.
Just every indie he picked up was an absolute hit.
Neva.
Somehow Gabe, it just keeps going. Somehow Gabe has the highest score of all time while having 2 games that gave him 0 points. Skate Story didn't come out and he got a 0 from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Ugh.
He was still trying to get points with a game that only came out like a week ago. It's just crazy. So
Really a historical season that I don't think will be topped.
historical season,
Yeah.
yeah, for
I
sure.
think I'll throw some extra flowers on this in the year that because I previously had the record for the first year and we had more games at the time.
Yeah.
So, like realistically, he did a higher score with less than we less than we had that first time that I set the record. So,
Yeah, it's really
Insanity.
crazy for a roster of only 10 games scoring, since he lost out on 2 of them, and getting a -12. That means that Gabe's average point total per game was like an 18 per game.
My
He got like on average like an 88. That's just
Dude,
a
minus-
wild year.
The 2 blanks and the -12 just
The
make you
minus
really.
12.
Yeah.
What the heck?
insane.
Oh man, it would have been pretty wild
yeah.
to cross the 200s club, but it's
That would be
that's still out
This
there.
year.
a legendary.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
your
still
wax
out
is
there.
already melting, man. Get out of the sunlight.
That's
I
right.
populated a lot of my wish list this year based on your picks.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It was we learned
Nice.
from Gabe this year.
That's right.
Yeah, for real.
Is it
Way to go,
anime? Yes. Is it indie? Well, I don't know about the indie stuff, but
Yeah.
I want to say there were a lot of these are very Gabe-ass games, which is funny.
Yeah.
I was thinking
I'd
about
never
it.
should.
You played a lot of these games.
Yeah, I think I played almost all of these except like Unicorn Overlord. I didn't play, and
Which
yeah,
you normally you would because you played their last game. Like
Yeah.
that's the developer you played before.
and then I didn't play Power Rangers, obviously. Jesse in the chat says, kind of
Good
crazy that no one picked up Kanutsugami in your league. Believe in the Cap Gods. That's a nice little nod to someone else's name in the new league that you'll see soon. But yeah, I think that flew pretty under everyone's radar. I've had a rule for myself that's like don't bid on Xbox. Like honestly, just like don't. My first year I got burned by Xbox pretty bad. It was like Starfield and a bunch of other Xbox games, I feel. But that game did look cool. I don't remember what it actually got. I think it was maybe like an 82 maybe.
82. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
Yeah. Well, we got to get to the new year. I do want to say one more thing. Not only did you play almost all your games, you even played the one game on your list that didn't release. You actually played Skate Story. You went to a little
That's
thing
right.
in
True.
New York City. You went to just to play Skate Story to make sure it was a good game.
well, yeah. Commitment, you know.
That's
Oh my
hilarious.
god.
I just want to know who's going to pick up Skate Story this year because that's like it's like the new Silk song.
Yeah,
on it.
no, it's definitely it's
don't
on
pick
my list.
We've got some good. We got Skate Story is kind of a weird one. Mina's a good one, like a weird one that's not been coming out. We got Silk Song. There's a couple that are like maybe this is the year.
for sure.
That's true. Yes.
All right, with 2024 officially behind us, it is time to start the draft for 2025. So I'm going to set the draft order now. Again, it is a randomized order. And I'm gonna click the randomly button.
Ooh, I'm so nervous.
Oh,
All right, draft order is in.
Oh, I get to go last, baby. Let's
First
freaking
pick
go.
is Andy. Second pick is Garrett. Third pick is Jake. Fourth pick is Gabe. Fifth pick is me. And sixth pick is Chrono Christian.
damn.
Hold on, let me
on.
let me refresh this. I don't think I. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta refresh.
Yeah, refresh.
Oh shoot! I saw myself in last, and I was like, "Oh, that's nice." But
Man, Andrew and I we're at the.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and press
Okay.
start drafting.
that is a lot of pressure for first pick.
Yeah, it is.
Draft is currently in progress. Andy, you
Andy,
have the first
no
pick. You are
Capcom.
on the clock.
Oh man, yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jake, for the name. I mean,
Oh man, this is crazy.
I feel like I feel like I can. I don't know. I was not expecting to be first. I'm a little.
This is a tough year for the first pick.
It's
I
a
think
tough-
this is
rough.
in the 4 years we've done it. I truly think this is the hardest year to have the first pick.
I agree.
Yeah. Let me just do
I don't.
a couple.
He's out.
Christian, you say that every
Christian has
time.
his list, and he is like, he shows up, and he's like, this is clearly the best
He
choice
does.
of
He
games.
really does.
Whatever. I'm just gonna go Monster Hunter Wilds.
That,
All right,
that was the
that
right
is
choice.
a good first
Good
pick.
pick.
I think that's a good
Right
first
choice.
pick.
That
I
was
feel
the
like
right
it's
choice.
gotta be at least 80.
No, I mean that was gonna be my first pick. So
Yeah.
Really?
yeah.
Man, what the?
All right.
Christian's always so
Monster
confused.
Hunter.
Like, what? What do you guys? Why do you guys look at the same list?
Monster Hunter Wilds is off the board. Great first pick. Garrett, you get the second pick.
Did you put it on his list already?
Yep, it's already on there.
Yep.
Just nothing confirmed.
Let's see if it'll populate. If not, I might have to. I hope I don't have to refresh every time. I definitely did it like this last time.
Yeah, we agreed, Jesse. We kind of felt like this year was a good year to be the sixth pick, which is what Christian
Yeah, being on the
Yeah.
snake section, pick back to back.
got. Mhm.
Yeah.
A lot of things have been mentioned in jest, but like, well, just because it's first pick, I'm gonna go ahead and wing it with one
Okay.
that's not confirmed.
Okay.
So, sorry, Andrew. I'm picking Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, dang it! I mean, I got fifth. I wasn't expecting to be able to get it. Metroid Prime 4. I actually think that's the right move. That was if it somehow fell to me, I 100% was gonna grab it. So, good call, my guy. That
No, I think
makes
that's a
me
great
sad,
call.
But I understand. We're good. It's been a lot of fun.
Yep.
Okay, now it's going live. Nice.
Give me Grand Theft Auto 6.
Wow, there it
It is.
is. It's a tough one. If it's out, it's game of the year. There's no doubt about it.
If it comes out, it's the
6.
highest game. Like that.
And I will get a delay drop because they will give us a date, unlike Team Cherry or other indie devs
Yeah,
that are
that is
afraid to give
true.
dates.
That's a great point.
They'll give a
Um,
date at some point this year.
And I did make a mistake. I forgot to mention that Garrett's name this year is Hideous Kojima, which he got a shout out in the chat from Reborn Griffin. Says that's a hilarious developer name. And then Jake is Local Hunk, a play on Belatro's Local Funk.
Nice. All right, it's up. Me, right? It's me next.
It's you.
Oof. Man, I got a real choice here. Wow, this is tough. This is tough. I know Andrew's first pick. Yeah, I know I could take
You
it
don't know
right
me,
now.
bro. You don't know me.
But I don't know.
I don't know what my pick's about to be. I genuinely don't.
Okay, I know what your pick is. I'm not gonna do it though, and I have a reason for it. Also, I'm
Glad you
420 Blaze Light, which is a play on Haze Light. I'm gonna go Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
Whoa.
What? Wow, that is surprising. I did not see that coming.
Thing. You
Hmm.
know something I don't know?
I think it's coming out, and it's gotten really good previews, and it's Metal Gear Solid. I don't know. I think it's gonna do pretty well.
Yeah.
Hey, if it comes out next year, it will do well.
All right, next up is your boy Nintendo. I went with Nintendo because it's time for your boy to grow out of second place. That was my I was definitely going to pick Metroid Prime 4 with my first pick. So that sucks. This is tough. What I do is for the first like 4 pages, I go through and I just rate games on what I think they're going to get. Not every single one, but like most of them. And a lot of them I had the same rating for, which makes it really tough. I am going to go with... I'm not like stoked about it necessarily, but I'm gonna go with Split Fiction.
Nice.
Last
game was It Takes Two. It got an 88. It Takes Two. It's got a date. It looks to be even better than It Takes Two. So I'm gonna go with Split Fiction.
That's a good one.
There's a lot of
you were gonna pick. Actually, I'll tell you later.
Yeah, there's a lot of games still available that I
know.
was expecting.
Same.
I think we're letting Christian get 2 disgusting games right here.
Yeah, potentially. We'll see.
All right, Christian, you are up twice in a row because you get the snake. What do you want?
So I guess.
Man,
third. Yeah.
Jake, do I take both risks? Do you think?
Yeah.
That was what you did last year.
I know, but these are both at least slated for 20. Well, we don't know with one of them. Hey, anyway, I thought the number one overall pick this year was going to be Hades 2, and I'm really surprised it got to me, so I will take it.
You want to know why I didn't pick it?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, go ahead.
Hades 1 came out in 2018, and then it didn't get 1.0 till 2020. And now this is a sequel, so it does have assets. So I do think it's more likely to come out into 1.0, but that's why I didn't risk it.
Yeah, I was between GTA 6 and Hades.
Sorry, just wanted to double check that. You did want to risk Metal Gear Solid Triangle, though, a game that hasn't been confirmed for 2025 yet.
It's not confirmed, but like neither is Hades 2, but it was slated for 2025.
I had the same thing where I looked at Hades 2 right before the draft, and I saw that they didn't show any indication that's for sure coming out this year. So I was going to pick it up with my second pick. So I was essentially one pick away from getting it, because now you're up again, Christian. So
because if Hades 2 comes out, that's a solid
Hades
90.
is a great grab.
Easy 90 plus, easy.
Okay, I'm between a game with a guaranteed date and a game that's another big risk, and I told myself not that. Told myself I wasn't gonna do this because I didn't expect it to come down to me. But I'm essentially between. I want to put Night Rain on the list, but I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure about it. And I'm gonna take I'm gonna risk one, and I'm gonna go safer on one, and I'm gonna take a page out of Jake's book, and I'm gonna pick Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
So good,
great name.
Yakuza over the past 3 years that we've been playing has been the most undervalued games in this league, and always score like 82 plus.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, the last one got a 90 straight up.
That was my second round pick last year.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that Like a Dragon Ishin got
that
an
one was bad.
My only thought was this is not like necessarily their mainline series. This is like one of their sort of like a fun sort of knockoff with the whole pirates thing. And the last one that was like that,
everyone likes though.
Ishin. Yeah, I get that, but anyway, all right.
I think it's a safe bet. It's got a date.
Yeah,
it's got a
want
date.
to get a date after Hades 2. That is
exactly.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I agree.
I'm going to do. This is not the fun pick by any means. I'm disappointed in myself, but I actually am known for always grabbing a non-fun pick.
No,
last year it did not. Last year it did not work for me.
That is what you're known for.
Year before, the last 2 years did with stuff like Gran Turismo and whatnot. So I'm gonna do it again this year, and I'm gonna grab Civilization 7.
Damn, that was gonna be my pick.
Solid.
Yeah,
last Civ game had an 89, easy date. Nothing is showing that this isn't going to be as good as the last one, so I'll never play Civ 7, but I will grab it.
No, I think that's a great pick. I was going to do that, so.
Yep, good idea.
Good job.
All right, Gabe, you're up.
All right, well, I'm kind of, this isn't how I thought the draft was going to go, but like I feel like the energy that I'm bringing to this is like, I already won.
Oh my
should
god!
I just go
That is what I did last year. Just be careful. Just be careful.
I don't know.
Back to back club, baby. Back to back club.
All right. I gotta let the viewers in on something. there's been one game that's been drafted every single year, but only by 2 people.
Oh my gosh.
And
Oh,
both
you're
of these
not doing
people have had to carry the
gosh.
burden year after year.
Yes. Put the
Last
yoke on.
year-
I pass back to you.
Last year, Jake carried the burden. This year, it is my turn to carry the burden
my
of Hollow
God.
Knight Silksong. This is
Wow.
the year, baby. This is the year.
It's like a freaking snail that if it touches you, you become a millionaire.
Let's fucking go, dude. I
You
mean,
just-
if
you
those
don't
two
know where
games
the
come
snail
out,
is.
that's gonna be buku points.
Dude, talk
You
about
really-
risky.
You really
Give me
are
Elden
going the
Ring.
Christian route. That's crazy. All right, you got Elden Ring for Jake. It was gonna come off any second.
I think this year I'm gonna draft the games that look cool. And that game looks sick.
All right, next up is Garrett. His
Wait,
first
so
pick
he's
was
got
Metroid
Night
Prime
Rain?
4. Yeah, Night
Yeah,
Rain
he's got
is
Night Rain.
gone.
I'm gonna go Ghost
pick Jake.
Yosuyote is a great pick.
That's a great
Jacob.
pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I don't think there's any risk of that game not coming out this year.
Wait, who? Oh, Jake got Night Rain.
Yeah.
I just
Jacob, both
surprised
games
at
come out,
what
you're going
Tsushima
Buku.
got.
That's kind of how it goes every year. I feel like my first half of the draft is always if my game comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and you can finish the second one off for us, Andy, when you're ready.
Oh, all right.
Get 2 in a row.
Yep, and you get 2 in a row.
I'm gonna this one. Let me just double check this real fast. I think this one's gonna be a really good one. It just doesn't have a solid release date, but I want to go with Doom: The Dark Ages.
Damn,
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Great
Great
pick.
Great pick.
My only worry is if it comes out.
Those
Yeah,
are,
that's yeah.
those were the 6 games I had as my like slot 1.
Yeah.
Were Monster Hunter
Mhm.
Wilds, Metal Gear, Hades, Silksong, Doom, and Ghost of Yote.
Man,
I think if Doom comes out, it's going to do high 80s, low 90s, and there's no chance it goes lower than that. And I would be shocked if it's not in the low 90s.
this
So,
is
Good pick.
Good pick.
Thank you. This not a lot of these games have like release dates.
Yeah, that we were talking about that earlier. That this is a year where there's just not a lot of release dates on the calendar. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes it more exciting, kind of in a way.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Man, I want to get Dynasty Warriors. This is not my pick. I'm just saying I want to get Dynasty Warriors Origins, but those games are they're just such crapshoots, and like I just like them, but they're not at all known for their scores. All right. Is my list currently risky? I don't think my list is that risky other than
Doom is like I think it's gonna come out this year.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the one. I think that's gonna be the good at spots game this year.
Okay. I'll go a little wild then. I'll get Deltarune.
Oh wow, that's
Okay.
crazy.
Oh,
That was
interesting.
gonna be my last
Okay.
pick. Dang, Andy coming out of nowhere. That's
Well, it's
crazy.
like if it's like Undertale, right? Like then it's gonna be a pretty big one. But again,
That's crazy. I can't believe that you just. That was my pick, Christian. When you said earlier, do I have a hidden gem? That was mine.
Shout out
Okay.
to
Yeah, I didn't have that.
AllieNax12 in the chat confirming what I mentioned that the Like a Dragon game
Mm.
spinoffs don't do as well. So we'll see. We shall see.
It's so weird because the Like a Dragon games, it's hard to tell from just the name which ones are mainline and which ones
Yeah,
are.
for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. All right, we got Garrett. You are back up again for your third.
I'm gonna also make a maybe not great choice, but I love the first one, and I'm just voting with my heart. And they said themselves they're the king of sequels, so I'm gonna go with Outer Worlds 2.
Ooh,
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Outer
that was a great game. I like that one. I'm curious if it comes out, but I think
Yeah.
that's a good pick.
I think that's going to be a good sequel. The only thing is if it comes out this year, but it's been in development for like 2 years.
Yeah, I think they said
2 or 3,
2 or 3
The only thing
years.
that's questionable about it, isn't it? It's Obsidian, right?
Yep.
And they have Avowed already coming out this year. So it'd be I mean, they said they're going to do both this year, but that would be crazy to release 2 pretty big games in the same year.
I mean, there are smaller games in scale at least, so yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's possible, but
But if
that
was
gonna be
announced
a banger
second,
year.
Outer
That's
Worlds was
true.
announced before, I think, Avowed, so there's a
I
chance
think,
for one of them.
I think you're right. I do think you're right.
Yeah.
All right, we got Gabe.
No, it's
I was
Jake,
gonna say
actually.
one,
Jake, Jake, what's your third pick?
It's getting hard. for me.
I know what Gabe's gonna get if you don't grab it here.
That's what I'm trying to read the.
I think he's shocked. He's not showing it in his face though.
No, I actually, that's up there for me. But I have something else in mind.
I'm
Okay.
more worried about what Andrew's gonna pick. I think.
Scary.
I need to be put on a clock. Good lord.
You're good.
I think those games will come back to me. I don't think this one will. I want Dragon Quest 1 and 2.
Surprising. Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
a
good
good
call.
pick.
I don't think that
Yeah.
one was making it back to me.
Yeah, it was not.
Yeah, I think Andrew and Christian getting 4 picks.
I have historically
We're gonna
gone
take
for the
it.
2D, 3D remakes.
Yep.
And 3, which came out this year, did really well.
Yeah, I had that one this year. Helped secure second place. Sorry, I have to press one more button than I think every single time. All right, Gabe, you are up for your third pick.
All right. Well, I got 2 risky ones here, and I have a feeling this game will not make it back to me. And I need some dates, and this might be the earliest date actually. Let me check. Yeah, I think this is the earliest date, so I'm gonna do Citizen Sleeper 2.
No!
Nice.
My next pick! Dang
Yeah,
it!
that's
I
really
was
good.
so pick away.
I was
Good pick.
just like,
I thought it would go like another round.
That was legit my next pick, and I was gonna make fun of Christian because I bet he wanted it too, and now I
It's
don't
on
even
there.
get to. Dang
It's
it,
a little
man,
lower than you think on my list, but it's great. It's a good pick. I mean, the first one reviewed okay. It was like 84.
It was
So-
84. Yeah.
84 for the first one, but I feel like this is one of those classic like people didn't
loved
know
it.
about the first
Yep.
one, but the people who did play it loved it.
Yeah.
So okay.
Good pick.
Well,
I hope that game does amazing because the first one was great.
I'm
Yeah, I'd
still
like to go
gonna
back and play the
stick
first
it.
one.
I'm gonna stick it to the man here. The man being the guy that drafts right behind me, because I'm taking Mina the Hollower, baby.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, interesting.
Man,
I am very
I
confident that comes out this year. The last
I hope
time
it does.
Yacht Club Games did a thing, they said that Mina the Hollower was coming out soon. And I thought it might even be this year, and I have a good feeling it's coming out next year. So I like that a lot.
Some people say
Nah.
Mina's the new Silk song. I don't know.
No, because they actually have updated
Never
us.
know.
I heard that too, Gabe.
No.
All right, so we're up to Christian. What do you want
Okay.
as your third pick?
This is a crazy draft. It genuinely has not gone the way I thought. This is awesome.
Oh man. Same boat as everyone else. I'm like, shit. What do I pick here? Okay, so pick one. I'll go Rift of the Necrodancer. I mean, Crypt got an 87,
Yeah, I knew
so
that.
I mean it's
Mhm,
solid.
Yeah, I wanted that one.
Oof.
Yeah. My sleeper, I think I'm gonna hold on to until the very end, and pray. And then I think that I don't think I'm gonna pick that.
Was this the same spot that I went last year?
I don't know.
Oh no.
I'm picking Ninja Gaiden Ragebound as
That's
my
a good
last
one.
or not my last pick, but
Yeah,
as
I
this
wanted that one.
Yeah, I wanted that too. That's great.
pick. It looks. I mean, when we were watching the Game Awards, me and Jake and Andy were like, "Damn, that looks awesome!"
Yeah.
Looked
No,
like
Like,
fun.
it just
it's
looks
a
like a
Blas-
ton of fun.
Yeah.
It's a blasphemous developers, and I think they're like,
Yeah,
I think it's a
Daimyo.
great-
They come out with a lot of good stuff.
yeah, they're a great
Mhm.
pick. The Blasphemous 2 did pretty well. So
Dang it.
yeah, I
I
wanted
had
that
something
one.
I
so I
really
have 2
wanted.
dates.
I
What'd
had
you
something
want,
I really
Andrew?
wanted, but it's ineligible.
What is it?
The Talos Principle Reawakened.
Oh man, why is it ineligible?
Yeah.
It's too much of a, I think, a remake as opposed to
okay.
reimagining.
Talos Principle. That was a great game for me the second year.
Yeah,
I
so that's a
know.
really good one.
I thought that might have been your secret pick too.
Yeah.
Christian.
That and Baldur's
Mm.
Gate.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This is where things start to get interesting. You can,
This is
you got
where
multiple options. You got
This
some
is where,
sleeper still.
we've gotten to the point in the anime where the one character goes, "Things are finally getting interesting."
Well, yeah, because you have that. This is where what Christian just said is true. You have some that you're like, I don't think anybody's gonna pick it up. I really want it, but if I pick it up now, it's too early. You know.
Yeah.
That's what I have. I have a couple of those where I'm like, I don't need to get it right now. That would be silly.
Would it though?
It would be silly. I am gonna go. I'm not super pumped about this. I'm glad I'm getting it with my 4th pick. So what just happened? I was pressing the wrong button. I'm gonna grab another guaranteed game that has previewed well, which doesn't always mean a whole lot, but I'm gonna grab Avowed.
Nice. I was between those two. I was between that and Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, it's previewed really well. I personally really want to play it, and it's a guaranteed date, so I will go for it.
Yeah,
I think I said that game looked stinky, so I was afraid to pick it up because I think I could be totally wrong. And
I think it looked stinky at first, but the more previews I've seen of it, the more I've been like, there's something here. I agree. The first trailer, I was like, this doesn't look that good, but
I mean, it looks like Skyrim, right? Like, if it
Yeah.
just captures that lightning in a bottle, like I think
it looks like smaller Skyrim, but in modern times. So
Yeah.
all right, that leaves Gabe for his 4th pick.
Yeah.
Who's first?
This is interesting. How many
Stranding.
more?
Stranding.
Do that to me, though.
Stranding.
Don't do that to me.
You know you want it.
Oh man, this is such a tough spot to go because it's like being in the middle. You're so afraid of like, is this gonna pass me by?
There's so long between your 2 picks. It's so weird.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with a game that I've played that I think will come out this year.
Oh my goodness.
Skate Story? Your
Story,
list is insane right now.
This guy's got Silk Song, Skate Story. If only
Story
had Meat of the
Gear.
Hollower also.
Skate Story's definitely coming out this year.
Oh my gosh, dude. You are a counter picks dream right now. Well,
I mean,
maybe not actually.
Good luck pick. Yeah, those
Yeah.
three. Counter picking those three. I don't know.
If they do come
I
out, it
have
would be
set myself
bad.
up as the counter pick trap.
That's true.
I'm waiting for
That's-
somebody to pick something crazy so I can counter pick.
Yeah, so far that's not the case. There's nothing drafted yet that I am looking forward to counter picking. So.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I am going to take Assassin's Creed Shadows. It sounds like
Nice.
they're moving
Super
back
solid.
towards
That's a solid one. It's a nice thing.
more traditional Assassin's Creed rather than their like open world stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Origins, Valhalla, and like what was the Rome one?
It seems like it's going to be a lot more kind of like guided experience, and I think that's what a lot
Yeah.
of people like instead of that open world Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
Agrees.
And a solid release date, and they delayed it, so you know it won't be as buggy as it could have been.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need a date.
Yep.
Well, no.
There's a
the
game
only
on here
you
that
have.
I'm surprised that Garrett hasn't grabbed yet.
It's true.
He can phone a friend if he wants to.
No, come on.
I'm really proud. No one's picked up like an early access game that's like clearly not coming out yet. Don't give anyone easy counter picks this year, people.
Bro, that was my mistake the first year I was like, Hades 2, you guys are foolish.
It was a rookie mistake. That's okay.
Yeah. Ugh.
Just pick Slay the Spire 2 this year.
Don't do it.
Yeah, that's the one it's on my list, but it's way at the bottom.
Because I think it'll go off if it does come out. It's not a guaranteed release date. But screw it. I'm gonna go Mina the Hollower.
I just grabbed
That's already picked.
Oh damn, you did?
Yep.
Oh, it's not updated. Wait, I gotta refresh. Frank.
That was a few picks ago, so start adjusting.
Damn, no, I need a timer.
No, you're
you
fine.
need to phone a friend?
Do not.
You're saying that there's one that you're surprised I haven't picked up, and I don't know what it is. Oh, I know which one okay, I know which one you're talking about. I am gonna love this game, but the first one didn't review well, and I don't think I want to pick it up.
Don't do it, Garrett, please.
Well,
This one looks so improved.
it
No,
does look so improved.
Don't
It
give
does.
Christian the easy counter pick.
It's not a decent counter pick. I think that can. I think it's going to be a much better review game than the first one.
You think?
I mean, the first one was a 71, so I think it'll beat a 71.
I do like the trailer. I think it's a pretty sick trailer. Okay, fine. We'll go Deliverance 2.
Nice.
You convinced
I
him.
don't think it's a bad pick. I don't think it's a bad pick.
No.
If it is, you get to
I think it's
you get
good.
to strictly blame Andrew.
Like I said, I score every single game beforehand on the first few pages, and I gave it an 81. So you just picked up an 81.
Oh, so if it comes out or not, I still get an 81. Cool.
Oh yeah, cool. We'll just manually enter all of Andrew's scores.
Oh my god.
Just manually enter. I don't like
Andrew,
you
what does
guys
my list have so far? Can you give me all the scores for my games? Just kidding.
I could if you wanted me to.
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Jesse makes a good point. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 could have a Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yeah, no,
follow up,
I
which
I
is
could
true,
see it
like-
going a lot of ways.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Man,
And it's a date, so if it goes poorly, you can at least super drop it. You don't have to worry about
That's a
potentially.
very
not
good point,
being able to
actually.
drop it.
Yeah.
I
right.
don't like that you guys have left Death Stranding 2 this long on the table. It makes me very worried about it. So I don't know if I like
The beach.
Don't do it.
The beach.
Oh man.
Don't do it because he wants it now.
The fact that he, I mean, I will say, friend to friend, the fact that it wasn't at the Game Awards was concerning. I was like, what the heck? Where's this game?
Yeah.
That was weird.
And none of these really like the ones that have dates are ones that I'm not like super crazy about.
Yeah.
Like
it is awkward.
I think I'm gonna go first pick with Pokemon Legends Z-Day.
That's a good one. I was going to have that.
Please,
Like,
get
yeah, I was
that
looking
off my list.
The last
Yeah,
Legends
sucks.
was like an 84.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
I'm
the
hoping
last Legends did really well.
Yeah.
And
Historically,
it can
a
only
great
go up
game.
from there.
Historically, a great game that Christian hated.
I hate
that
it too.
game. I could go on a big soapbox right now, guys. Man. Like,
I just think like Pokemon, like they have a formula, like it's like classic. Well, this is
It'll
Christian's
review it.
Well,
perspective.
this is
last
a different
year.
formula, but it was
Yeah.
a winning formula though. That game was awesome. I love that game.
if you ignore all
Yeah.
the glaring issues, that game was very good.
If you ignore all the glaring issues, I'm pretty happy with my picks so far. Deltarune's a bit of an
That's coming
interesting
out this
one.
year. That's gonna be my sneaky one.
Just so in tune with you.
Yeah, maybe I'll just keep going with crazy picks, and you just gotta take
This-
a gamble on my
I would
list.
love to. I'd love to counterpick
Gabe,
you.
Gabe gets Earthblade next.
Please.
Man.
Not even announced for 2025 yet.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I don't like that these big hidden games don't have these like.
Gabe, could you check the rule book and see if an expansion pack is allowed?
It is allowed.
Okay,
Expansion pack,
gonna get-
expansion.
I'm gonna get Fable.
Whoa.
Whoa, Xbox guy over here.
I know I'm not super excited about it, but if Gabe can draft Silk Song, I think I can draft a game that may or may
That's
not
true.
come out this year.
And it's
True.
you're more likely to get a date that it's been delayed at a Fable than you are with Silksong.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get a date on Silksong, guys.
Well, you drafted it, so that makes sense. Right? All right, so that's the start of the 5th round. We're getting towards the end here. Garrett, what is your 5th pick in the draft?
Wait, no. Oh, does he have to go twice?
I thought he did.
He did.
Yeah,
He did.
went
He got
Pokemon
Pokemon and
and-
Fable.
That was fast. You guys are fast.
I think there's also another one that I'm gonna snatch up if you don't pick it right here.
No, same.
This makes me nervous.
Touch?
Yeah, don't pick up Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's play the fire, right?
I genuinely, friend to friend, don't pick Slay the Spire.
Yeah,
You do not pick Slay the
Yeah,
Spire,
don't do
God.
that.
You're gonna get
Not worth
roasted
it.
on easy counter pick.
There is
Yeah.
one that I'd really like to see come out.
Who do we counterpick again?
Oh no, I gotta check to make sure no one has it. Actually.
It goes on
And
reverse
you
order, so like,
counterpick the last available person, basically.
yeah, you're gonna get the worst counter pick.
Potentially.
Nice.
Potentially.
Slay the Spire 2 is gonna be one of those like bid wars. If they put out a date, we're all gonna be like, oh shit.
Yeah. And they already announced that it's EA next year.
They said EA, but you know, like sometimes they don't do short or long EA.
Yeah. Could be 6 months. Who knows?
I'm gonna go. God, I hope this doesn't bite me in the ass. Dave the Diver 2.
Ooh, good pick.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah. Is that why you were asking about expansion packs?
I messaged Andrew and said, "Hey, what about expansion packs?" Andrew ratted me out.
Sorry, I couldn't check the rules while I was also drafting.
That's fair. I want Path of Exile too.
Whoa.
Okay.
Dang.
All right. There's the
Nice.
risk.
Big
I think
money.
that's a good call. If that comes out this year, I think it's going to review well.
Yeah.
And that's
for
another
sure.
one. I'm kind of going with this like I should have dates for all these ones that don't have dates yet. So I think I'm not worried about not getting dates for any of these.
Yeah, right now Path of Exile 2 already has an 87.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Nice.
Yeah. I think that one's just like a date, like a timing thing.
Cool. Well, I need more dates. You know, I mean, I'm not worried. All my games are coming out. But I'm gonna go with Mafia: The Old Country.
What the hell?
Wow.
Wow.
What was how did the last Mafia review? I forgot to look that up.
I don't know, but I do think this one's gonna be. I feel like that's gonna be like.
Is it-
That wouldn't be a great indication because I think that this is going to be a lot different.
Exactly. Yeah.
Was
It's
it
not open
Mafia
world.
3 or
I
Mafia?
think the last Mafia would be Mafia 3.
I got a 66.
I think this is gonna be totally different. Like, it's
Yeah,
like a
I'm
whole-
sure
it's
you
like-
do. I'm sure you do.
No, I really do. I mean, I did look into it. It's
Yeah,
out
I
in
mean,
the
he
world.
better.
I think the story looks cool. It's coming out in the summer.
The fact that Indiana Jones got like an 87 means that I have no idea about video games. So
True.
There's a couple games that I could grab, but I don't know if anybody. I don't think anybody would even know them
Yeah.
or just be thinking about them. Like these are the kind of games where it's like, could I grab this for a couple dollars?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm surprised no one's mentioned it's one game. I'll probably or like one or two games I'm thinking of.
Then I have another one that's kind of weird, but lately this has worked. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get weird with it.
Get weird.
I don't
with
think
it.
anybody's gonna draft this. I don't know. Maybe Jake would. But lately, there's a trend with fighting games doing really well,
Mm.
and I think this is gonna be a really good fighting game.
2XKO.
UXKO, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, good pick.
Lately, it feels like every fighting game gets like an 88 or above.
Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is free to
Mortal
play.
Kombat was like the lowest rated one. It is free to play, but I'm not super worried about that.
Previews are good.
Yeah, previews
It's a
were
co-op
super
game.
positive. That's true. It is actually.
That is true. Actually, I forgot about that.
So yeah, I feel good about that. All right,
People fresh off
Christian.
the heels of Arcane Season 2 that want to play Jinx and 2XKO.
Hell yeah, that's me.
True.
That's literally couldn't be me.
That's wait, 2XKO is the League of Fighting? Is it League of Legends fighting
It's
game?
the League of Legends.
It's League of Legends
Oh.
2v2, and they're going to have a 2v2 ranked mode.
Damn. Okay, I didn't realize that
think
was
it could really pop
2XKO.
off, and all the League of Legends like sort of like variant games do pretty well. all
Riot
of them
does
are
good.
bangers,
Riot Forge made a bunch of like mid games and then got shut down.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
this is mainline Riot dev team. The
Yeah.
Riot Forge is their like game studio that I have
You
bid on a bunch of Riot Forge games, and they
Yes,
all
you
score
did.
like 82 or lower, except for the first one they put out.
You're just gassing
Yeah.
me up now. I went from like I wasn't totally sure I was going to draft it to like hell yeah, I just got that.
I'm
in my
excited
pick.
for you. I don't know how it's gonna do.
Yeah.
no
I think it's gonna
questionable
get-
on that.
I get to
Like-
live vicariously through you.
Yeah, high 70s, low 80s. Right?
We'll
Like,
see. We'll see. Tough to say.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 kind of, or the arcade cabinet Marvel vs. Capcom did really well this year.
Yeah, fighting games have been doing really, really well. So that was my thought process, and this looks good. All right, we're finishing the 5th round and starting the 6th round with our boy Little Baby Mode. What do you got?
Well, baby mode.
Baby
Cool. I
mode.
think I'm going to pick up some stuff I would just be sad to miss out on that I think is going to be really good. So this is my games that made it through that I would be a little upset if they didn't end up on my list. So I'm going to pick Morsels.
Ooh, that
First.
was my sneaky pick.
Yeah, Morseless is a really cool game. Annapurna is publishing it, and they don't miss, dude. Annapurna knows what they're doing. They have a lot of really solid.
Really good.
Yeah,
and
that's a
so
sneaker.
I'm pretty excited about that one. And then I'm gonna make a more risky bet here, but it has overwhelmingly positive reviews in early access on Steam. Some are saying it's the new Stardew Valley, but I'm gonna pick up Fields of Mystaria.
Mistra.
As my last, whatever it is.
That's good. I actually, I didn't even have Field of Mistra on my list, but that's a good one. I need that game.
If it comes out next year, I think it's gonna go buku, and that's my list, boys.
Dig it.
Yeah, there he goes. He's done it. Okay, my last pick. Yeah, this was tough because there were several early access games that I considered doing. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to wait until they had a for sure date. So I decided to not do any of them in the end. Okay, for my last pick, I want to get more points early in the year because it's a big Nintendo year. So I'm going to grab another game that has a release date. I think this will actually be the first game that will release for the whole league this year. Tales of Iron 2, that little rat game.
Oh yeah, I have that on my list. That's a good pick.
The first one got an 84 and was much beloved.
Whoa, damn.
And so yeah, this is January 28th. I'll get a score that early.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it's in the mid 80s, and I'd be pretty
Nice.
happy.
Yeah, I mean,
I have that on my list.
if I picked up Dynasty Warriors, that would have been in like 2 weeks. But
Yeah,
True.
that was one I love. Other
So good.
Dynasty Warrior games, but I don't know. You just don't know. It's been so long since they've done a proper one.
guilty pleasure. I love playing them, but they're not good games.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like playing them, but I don't think I've reviewed them very highly.
No.
All right, Gabe, what is your final pick in the 2025 draft?
Yeah, I'm trying to think here. 1 sec. I'm looking up some previous scores.
When does that game come out, Andrew?
Tales of Iron 2 comes out January 28th.
Yeah, this is where I'm like sort of thinking like, well, like should I grab this now or can I just like buy it with some stuff?
What would you be upset
eternal
that
question.
isn't on your list?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of things that I'm thinking about I'll be able to pick up later actually. So I'm gonna go. I need some more dates, and I'm gonna go as 2 Point Museum.
Damn, dude, that's on the top of my draft list. That's good. Bid list afterwards. That's
So how did what was
super
the last
solid.
one? 2 point.
The last one got an
83
83
and
the one
84.
before got an
Yeah.
84, and this
Yeah,
has a
they
date
do well.
for March 4th. So
Nice.
Great pick.
Jesse pointed out that Tales of Iron 2 actually was in February, but moved up because they wanted to avoid
that's
what is aptly named, Death Trap Month.
I love
Good
that.
call. All right, Jake, what is your final pick in the draft this year?
That's a great question.
Dang, I do not want to. This is going to be a tough year for counter picks. Holy
Yeah, this is
guacamole.
a bloodbath.
Yeah.
For the pure cinema of it, I'm gonna pick another game that comes out on January 28th.
Nice.
I want The Stone of Madness.
Whoa, what is that?
Oh, madness. I've not heard of this.
This is the Game Kitchen, Blasphemous 2. They're doing a stealth tactics game a la Me,
Whoa.
Desperados 3,
Very cool.
Cursed
Wow.
Crew. I've spent a few years in a row. I've picked up Me games.
Yep.
And like gotten high 80s off it. And Game Kitchen's doing their own kind of rendition of a stealth, like real-time tactics stealth game.
That's a great pick. I feel like
I could have gotten it for $1, but
Fields of Mystra and your game were the ones that surprised me the most so far. I was like, oh, that's I not have that on my radar.
All right, Garrett, what is your final pick in the draft?
We're hitting the good part of the song as we're getting the last picks in. I love this. The cinema of it all.
I'm gonna do Clair Obscure.
That's a good one. I
Okay.
wanted
Nice,
that.
good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really
Game was very
debating that between my last one, but
I get so worried about like those. Yeah. Okay. Where did that one go? I was just looking at it.
Fable and Deltarune on the same list is wild. I love it. I mean, I do. Deltarune is gonna come out. I feel pretty confident about that.
Yeah, they said they've been like
Yeah, I've been
2022.
following
They
it,
were.
Yeah.
This next one I'm thinking about getting. I don't like that the date was a while ago.
I think we were all, Jesse, I think we were all sort of thinking maybe the same thing, or those of us that had it in their radar were probably like, how far, can I kind of push it?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it does look really good.
It's gonna be on someone's team eventually.
Yeah, it looks really good, but it isn't like unproven. So that's you don't.
Yeah, it's totally new studio and new franchise. That's
Exactly.
a little bit nerve wracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's like I'm trying to figure out what like can I just guarantee you get, not just like a $3 or $4 bid
Yeah.
later.
Exactly. That's
one,
the hard
so-
part.
I'm surprised not surprised, but it's like I wish Judas was coming out sooner just because I want to play
Yeah.
it.
That's a risk. Yeah.
There was
that's
that
a really
preview that was
50-50.
done by Philip like a year ago, and he said that they even told him they were like, we are in the early stages of this. So
Yeah.
it was like a pre-alpha build that he played.
Yeah, he played earlier this year. Yeah.
I guess like what if I said Tales of the Shire? How much would you guys roast me for it?
Don't do
A
it.
lot.
Do it.
I'm not going
Do you
to.
want Christian to win a third time?
Yeah, right.
Just one counter pick doesn't make a huge difference. It's fine.
This
Yeah,
year?
go
I
ahead.
don't know.
This year's a tough year for sure.
I guess
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just
true.
I guess let's go with what I am just originally. Although the Destiny 2 DLC could be either hot good stuff or hot bad stuff.
There's still
Destiny
any
2?
DLC.
No,
Yeah.
I also. Podofred, do not do that either.
I'm just all right. Okay, I'll do the Wolf Among Us 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Like it was supposed to come out last year, but they said it's not canceled. I guess it's just delayed and like
Yeah, as of right now, the release date on here says 2024 or later.
yeah. That's why I was like,
go with the later on that.
That's funny. That will be a really good game if it does come out.
yeah. The first one got 80. I'm hoping that they build on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah.
All right. Well, with that, we have finished the drafting of regular games, all 6 games for our draft. Great job by everybody. I do think this was our most accomplished draft. There were no picks where we immediately were like, oh, shoot, that's the wrong pick. So that's great.
It's true. I think this is very competitive.
Which makes this, I do really strongly feel this is probably the hardest year to do a counter pick. And as we mentioned, the counter pick starts with the person who had to pick last in the draft, which was Christian. So Christian, you get the first counter pick.
Yeah.
I do think this is a matter of which game do you think is least likely to come out? Because I don't feel like there are any here that are going to score poorly off the bat.
Yeah.
Maybe. I
Well,
mean,
you-
if you're
what do you
a
think on that?
pessimist, I think there's a few.
Yeah, but I
Well,
think it's definitely a matter of who's gonna
Jesse
play.
pointed out in the chat, there was that game Dispatch that was announced at TGA. It's actually not the same developer as Wolf Among Us 2. It's just people that worked on those franchises. That trailer was very
it's a new
misleading.
studio.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
new
a whole new
studio.
studio. But coming from the same people that made a lot of those games, so just why you see the similarity. So yeah.
And the real of we made all these games
Yep.
from a different studio.
Gosh dang, man. Okay, so I have a couple options here. I'm gonna talk you through it. Maybe Jake, you can help me out.
Why?
Because it's like
Why?
developers are working together so much. I need like an advisor a little bit.
His
And,
name's
we wanna-
Sebastian, and
you
he's
know,
not
we
on
wanna
this call right now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Sebastian
Steve
works
has
with
actually-
Jake.
no,
Yeah, my advisor advised me to pick Dragon Quest.
Nice.
Well,
That's
okay.
true.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I am skeptical about Metal Gear Solid.
Mhm.
I'm because it has not been
Yeah.
announced.
haven't
I
seen
am
anything.
skeptical. Yep.
We've seen gameplay of it.
I think if
haven't
I'm
seen
gonna go,
anything.
I think if I'm gonna go with a game that I don't think is going to do well, I think I might do Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because based on evidence, we have a poor performance in the previous game.
That's a hater's pick for sure.
It wasn't
Yeah.
for performance. It was just bad players.
That's exactly right. There.
That's a really good point,
Got it.
actually.
Yeah.
It was
If you
one
want
of the
the
things
hater,
about it
I'll
was
give you
that it was too
hater.
hard.
Hater advice, Christian.
Yeah.
The hater in me says Pokemon Legends is a bad game. The hater in me says Kingdom Come Deliverance is a bad game.
Yeah.
The hater in me
I
says that Mafia is a bad game.
I
Now,
also thought about Mafia.
am I
as
going to
well.
counterpick those games? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I think Andy might have just given me what I was looking for, which is something that. Yeah, I think the 2024 or later,
that's a good
it
one.
hasn't been out in a long time. I think that potentially, because there hasn't been any news, it might be in some hell right now. So I'm gonna go ahead with Wolf Among Us.
Yeah. I should. Oh man, I should have gotten. Yeah, I was looking at games for like I was like, I could get a date one, but
I mean, I think
Yeah.
I think that's relatively good counter pick, but it's still pretty risky. I mean, that
Yeah,
game
I
has
think-
a lot of like good, like positive vibes going for it. Like people really want that game to come out. Like I think if it
Yeah.
comes out, it's gonna score pretty well.
I just hope it doesn't
Yeah,
come out early access. That's
No,
yeah,
I don't
true.
think it will.
That series, right? Like those kind of games got way oversaturated for a period, and this is kind of the return to form almost of that. What was it? It wasn't Take-Two. What was the people who used to make that?
Telltale, yeah.
Telltale game. And I just think that like even if it does come out, like it might just not meet what people were hoping for as
Yeah.
well. So I think there's a couple options. Either it doesn't come out or it could potentially not be that good. So we'll see.
after Spirit of Samurai, I am immune to negativity.
True.
Hey, you didn't come in last year, right? You're fine. You're fine.
All right.
That's right.
Well, I'm next on the counter pick. I would have actually counter picked a game on Andy's, but it wouldn't have been Wolf Among Us 2. I would have gone Fable because I just don't know if that's going to come out this year.
Oh, that's another hater one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, A, I don't know if it's going to be good, but B, I don't know if it's going to come out this year.
Fair.
Now I'm stuck in a tough spot. There's a couple games that I don't know if they're going to come out this year, but if they do and they're good, I'm screwed. But I feel like that's going to be the feeling of everybody going forward. Which one do I think will come out least? That's the question. Ouch. This is tough. I was pretty much just going to go Fable.
Yeah, I was gonna go Fable as well.
Now I'm not feeling good about.
Gotcha, guys. I didn't even go for Fit.
I think the next game that is the least likely to come out this year is
There's-
Hollow Knight Silksong. But I don't want to get that one because if it does come out this year,
I think there's a higher chance of Silksong coming out. This sounds insane, but I really think there's a higher chance of Silksong coming out than GTA 5 or 6.
dang, that's crazy.
GTA 6.
My next unlikely game would be GTA 6, and that's not going to happen.
What if Silksong comes out and it's just mid? It's like the most
That would be
mid
crazy.
game.
Do not speak that into existence. I don't want to live in that universe.
All right, I want to go. I don't want to drag us on for too long. I'm actually going to go with the Outer Worlds 2.
Ooh.
They're
Interesting.
coming out with their Avowed is for sure coming out this year. That's already one game from them. I'm not super scared of the score necessarily. If I get in the low 80s, I'm okay with that, and that's kind of where I see the Outer Worlds 2. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with.
What is it like in the 70s? Your counterpick doesn't negatively affect you unless it's in the 80s. Is that what it was?
No, if it's in the 70s, it negatively affects you, but just not that much.
Yeah,
It's
you
only-
get negative points for how well that game does.
Okay, I thought I
So
saw for some reason.
every point above 70, you're getting negative
Yeah.
points for it. Yeah.
And can't you just see the sarcastic trailer of them making fun of the fact that they delayed their game? I mean, that's all they do is the sarcastic trailer. So I could totally see that happening.
Yeah.
In my mind's eye.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super interested whether that comes out for sure. Ooh, Jesse just said -15 for Andrew. Yikes.
That is what it is. That is what it is.
All right, I have some interesting options here. Like there's like a little devil in my shoulder that says GTA 6. Oh.
It's the ultimate
that'd be
risk
wild.
because there's a chance it doesn't
Late.
come out this year, but if it does, you are so screwed.
It's true. I don't think it's gonna come out. That I really don't. So like I'm sort of thinking whether I do that.
Your whole season hinges on whether or not that comes out.
It's true.
That's true.
You cannot win if it comes out.
It's
Just-
a good point.
Straight up.
Oh, you never know. It could be horrible.
Okay, so Andy's out. Garrett's out.
Whew, didn't realize I was such a strong target for these counter picks.
I mean, there are no good counter picks. Like,
No,
like,
no good
if
counter
Fable
picks.
comes out, like I think that's gonna be really good. It's been in development for a while, and like that's such a big franchise. I don't think they're gonna fuck it up. So I don't think that was a bad pick. It's just that like you're sort of like weighing whether it comes out or not at this point. Okay, I could do Andrew list or Little Baby Mode list.
Or Jake.
Yeah, Fields of Mistra.
I got the hardest counter pick list. Let's be honest.
I'm also like I am considering though Passive Exile too. Like does that get 1.0 this year? I don't know.
Yeah. Same as Fields. I knew that I was potentially giving some counter pick fodder by putting it out there, but
I mean I don't. Yeah,
Had to do it.
I'm leaning Fields, but that's not my final answer. Hold
Yeah,
on.
that was one I thought about too.
I have to do some research. I'm sorry.
Spin-off game.
Give me 1 second. It came out this August.
I don't want to get accused of co-op bro. Co-bros helping each other, but so I won't say anything. Never mind. I won't say anything.
I've never heard of the Tales of Iron game, and now I like want it so bad. This is why I love doing this because
It's
I like
true.
learn all these indie games I've never heard.
Yeah,
of.
no, I agree 100%. It feels like
Seems like so
I
much
know the
fun.
game industry better because we do this every year.
It's true.
Yeah.
I think that too. All right, hold on. I'm between Fields. Maybe. No, that has an release date. Shit, dude. I really wanted. Fuck, that sucks. GTA 6. It scares me that it even
you
has.
said it. Lock it in.
No, it scares me that it even has fall 2025 on the name.
Yeah, because they recently came out in a tweet and said we're going
That
fall
fall,
2025. Yeah,
yeah,
so they reiterated that, which is crazy.
yeah. Yeah, I think
Counter pick my indie game that you never heard of.
no, that has a release date. I would rather not. I really want to not lose points this year. More
Yo.
souls. Man, I'm so
Crazy pick. Elden Ring Night Rain counter pick that.
There's no
Yeah,
way.
it gets delayed. Crazy.
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 No way.
I'm
Mina?
curious if it's gonna like live up. Maybe it will. I don't know.
I'm
Andrew
gonna
seemed really
go-
confident
Is
about
it
me.
really well? I mean, is it really worth it to pick something that you don't think is going to come out at all, or something you just don't think is going to do great?
I mean, either way.
It's
It's tough either way.
Yeah.
The hard part about this year right now is that the games that we don't think, the games that we're considering might not come out, are the ones that would also score crazy.
Yes.
So it's not like we're like, oh, it might not come out, but if it does, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, you're pretty much
Right.
deciding between like a 0 or like an 11 to a 13. That's kind of how I felt with Outer Worlds
Yeah.
2. Is like, okay, well the last one got an 83, so I'm risking either 0 or potentially 13-ish points. You know,
Yeah.
I can live with 13 points, but I'd be happy with a 0. You know.
Yeah. 2KXO. I mean, that doesn't have a date either, but I feel like that is
But it's
coming
been
out.
testing a lot.
Put him on the clock.
Yeah, I'm
Put 'em
gonna
on
go.
the clock.
I'm gonna go Fields of Mistra.
All right.
Nice.
It's early access. It's a small team. It might not get 1.0, and if it does,
It could be one of those
Very
games
true.
that's in
Very
early
true.
access for a while. That's actually what I would. That was my next pick if I didn't go with Outer Worlds 2.
yeah.
This game already has reviews? No. It's saying error. This game already has reviews, so I can't counterpick it.
Fields of Mistra.
Sorry, you got to pick something else, Gabe.
No, it doesn't have a
Early
score.
access.
You sure you picked?
It doesn't have a score. It has an 8.5 on OpenCritic, but we allow it obviously because it's early.
Yeah,
access.
I guess I'll override it later, and now I'll give you another one on Christine's team so that Christine's team will know.
Cool.
So,
It has a score on OpenCritic.
It has one review on OpenCritic.
one review.
Oh.
But so does Path of Exile too, and I think that I was able to do
Yeah.
one if I wanted to.
Yeah, that's
Okay, what was on your team, Christian? You had Hades too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just give me
Yeah, I'll
morsels. As a pending game.
Yeah, see, this is stupid. I'm pretty sure Hades 2 has reviews. And then
Oh, well, yeah, it has a
It's
literal
sitting at a
score.
90.
it literally has 90. Okay. Well, we'll override that later.
That's fine.
Ultimate hater counterpick. I'm going Mafia.
All right.
Oh, that's not a bad choice.
No,
The old
Nice.
country.
that's kind of the same reasoning as my Outer Worlds, where it's like, okay, if it gets in the low 80s, I think I could live with that sort of thing.
No, I'm banking on like a 60.
Yeah, right.
I said it's ultimate hater counterpick.
Yeah. He's manifesting.
I'm getting
this is-
positive points
this
on
is
the
where-
counterpick for the
This
first
is where
time
things
ever.
get ugly because Garrett and Andy they're only able to choose from either my list or Gabe's
Jake's.
list. No, Jake's list at this point.
Yep.
Which is the highest of compliments.
It's true.
Hell yeah.
Hell, it's the way that the league essentially says who they think is the best.
I mean,
Without
I would have. Is it? I would have wanted to
It's
counterpick Fable.
one game off the list. It's one game.
I know. I'm kidding.
What do you think, Garrett?
Man, I was so close to counterpicking GTA 6. Genuinely. Let it be known. I don't.
I
think
kind of
it's
wish you
coming
would
out.
have too.
It's hard to tell who I can't. I'm trying to figure out who
You
can
can
pick
only
up
do Jake.
Local
or-
hunk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
local
lo-
hunk or Nintendo. Can't do anyone that has a lock on them already.
Am I up or it's someone else?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are up. You are up, Garrett.
Oh, okay.
Mina is. I was tempted by Mina, but like, it's like last year, counterpicking Mina was like good, but this year's like.
I do really think Mina's coming out this year. They just did a big thing in like August, and they said, we don't have news right now, but we promise it's coming soon. And Yacht Club is very communicative. They literally do their own little Nintendo Directs
Yeah,
just for Yacht Club games.
it's true.
Yeah.
Andrew, what was your co-op bros advice that you didn't give Gabe?
Yeah, I guess I could give it to the rest of you guys now. Since I didn't give it to Gabe. Path of Exile 2, if you go to their Steam page, you can see like there's a question they have to answer. When do you think this game's gonna come out? And Path of Exile 2, they say, we plan on releasing this in 6 months. It might not release in 6 months, but we plan on it, which in other words means it's probably coming out in 2025. So I would not. If I had to choose between that and Fields of Mystery, which is what Gabe was between, then I would have gone with what he went with, not Path of Exile 2.
Yeah, they've been releasing a lot of updates for it too. They've been really active.
Yes, I do think that comes out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Who has Mina? Andrew, you have Mina. I see.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if I want to go for something that I don't think is going to come out, and instead I kind of want to go for something that I think isn't going to do well, kind of like what you were
Yeah.
saying, Andrew.
Mhm.
Jake said this earlier, I just have a feeling this game is stinky.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pick Avowed.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'll
I can
take
live
it.
vicariously
You'll know.
through Garrett's counterpick.
Oh,
You'll know soon.
I love how
I gotta-
Jake manifests hate into these counter picks.
I gotta pick Jake.
You got just to pick off of.
Jake was definitely the one I did not want to pick for.
Oh man, Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I
Dude,
think it's
Ubisoft
between
sucks.
Shadows or Stone of Madness. 'Cause
Yeah.
Shadows,
Yeah, there's
what if it's
one
buggy?
unproven game.
Yeah.
The last time that Shadows was above an 82 was 3 games ago with Odyssey, and that whole formula got so stale that they left it. So I don't know. I just
Yeah.
feel like the last Assassin's Creed was in the 70s. That's just my thought on it. It's either that or
They
you
also
go
got a
way,
massive
way, way, way.
delay.
We got it.
Yeah,
Jesse,
massive delay.
Jesse reported in the chat -15 for another Obsidian doubter.
They also said Mina ain't releasing. That's what Jesse said.
Yeah,
Stone of Madness. I know nothing about Stone of Madness.
Yeah, that's
so-
just kind of rolling the dice. I
Okay.
feel like it's that or Assassin's Creed.
I would,
Hey, at least
Right.
you'll know early on in the year if you got or how many negative points you got, because it's the first game to release this year on our.
That's true.
Yeah.
You could go. Gabe was saying GTA 6 ain't coming out. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
GTA
You could
I
go
did
there.
say that. But year first, I wouldn't do that. Oh man.
Man. All right, let me look up. I don't think this is the right Stone of Madness game. I just looked up the Stone of Madness.
Jake, what if Jake drafted the wrong Stone of Madness game?
Oh no.
That'd be Andrew.
Oh,
I
my
said
God.
the name.
Yeah, that would be on me then.
That's true.
Oh, this one, it looks. See, these types of games I never know. It's like this is going to score like an 88 or like
Yeah,
a
you're so
69.
right. You're so right. But it's the
69?
fact that it's from the It's from the
Did you say
Blasphemous
69?
team. It's from the Blasphemous team, and both those games reviewed well.
Wait, this is from Blasphemous? This is the.
The
Same
Stone of
developer.
Madness is from the same developer. Yeah.
Wait, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Looks very different than. Interesting.
Oh,
This
totally
looks-
different game.
But Jake, does this game look fun to you?
Yes.
Really? I guess I'm
This
not.
this genre, I've played like 3 other games in this genre, and I love this genre.
It looks like a
The art is very
point and
cool.
click adventure.
You're also talking to someone that plays old school RuneScape.
Oh, yeah.
He's a special kind of guy.
I think
Okay,
that's probably the best choice. I mean, I think
I think it's going to get a positive. I don't think it's going to get higher than an 80 though. Whereas Assassin's Creed Shadows could just get
Yeah,
blown
'cause
out of the water.
here's my
Logic.
free advice. The one thing with Shadows is just the Japan the aspect, the samurai like
Immediate
aspect.
positive 5
True.
points. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true. Anything Japanese, anything samurai, the weebs are coming out for it.
Hey, talk about Rise of Ronin last year, bro. Got me a 77. That was a samurai's
Yeah.
gift.
Yeah, but there was guns in that. That's not a real.
Talk about the
samurai game.
spirit of the samurai.
That was the only good thing about that game. Was that there were
Got a
guns in it.
50.
All right, I'll choose Stone of Madness.
Yeah, Christian's right. Spirit of the Samurai.
I thought he was gonna go with. I thought you were gonna be like, okay, I'll just go GTA 6.
I was thinking about doing it for the memes, but yeah, I don't want to get completely
Yeah, it's
launched.
too early in the year to basically ruin your entire campaign.
Oh man.
All right, there we go, everybody.
The draft,
That is
everyone.
the 2025 draft is complete. I will quickly go through each. Does that sound about right? You guys give me to do that? I think we usually do that. I don't know.
Yeah, go for it.
So we got no Capcom. Andy has Monster Hunter Wilds, Doom the Dark Ages, Deltarune, Pokemon Legends Za, Fable, The Wolf Among Us, which is locked, and he has counterpicked the Stone of Madness. Hideous Kojima, Garrett has Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Ghosts of Yotei, The Outer Worlds 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Dave the Diver in the Jungle expansion pack, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and Avowed is counterpicked. Jake has Grand Theft Auto 6, Elden Ring Night Rain, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Path of Exile 2, The Stone of Madness is locked, and he counterpicked Mafia the Old Country. Gabe, 420 Blazelight, has Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater, Hollow Knight Silksong, Citizen Sleeper 2, Star Wars Vector, Skate Story, Mafia the Old Country is locked, 2 Point Museum, and Hades 2 is counterpicked.
Wait, what?
Andrew, Hades 2 is not counterpicked. Temporarily. Feels the Mystria is counterpicked.
I'm dead. For me.
Nintengro, aka me, has Split Fiction, Sid Meier's Civilization 7, Mina the Hollower, Avowed is locked, 2 XKO, Tales of Iron 2, Whiskers of Winter, The Outer Worlds 2 is counterpicked, and finally, Christian has Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Rift of the Necrodancer, Ninja Gaiden, Ragebound, Morsels, Fields of Mystria is locked, and The Wolf Among Us 2 is his counterpick. That is your 2025 roster.
Wow.
Good
Let's
stuff.
let's see what AI thinks is the winners, which is wildly inaccurate. Honestly,
Yeah.
it really is. But
Projected points.
the projected points put Christian as the winner,
Hell yeah,
close
baby.
behind
Let's
him-
freaking go.
Close behind him would be Jake, then Garrett, Andy, and then the two co-op bros at the bottom, baby. Andrew, and then
He gave
me.
you 69 points. I don't know how you expertly drafted to get to that. That's
420
crazy.
Blaze Light and 69 projected points. Oh my god, this is amazing.
Crazy. It's almost like you planned it.
Who's your guys' favorite list that's not yours?
Ooh, that's let's go in draft order. Andy, who's your favorite list that's not yours?
Randy's gonna do the best. Kind of same question.
Who's going to do the best?
Yeah.
And then are we under the assumption that everything is going to release?
No.
No. Yeah, just wait.
That's it. However you interpret.
Yeah. Which I look at it as which list would you pick? If you could have another list, that's a good way to look at it.
I would pick probably Gabe's.
Nice.
Even though he
Appreciate
got
that.
69 points.
Gabe's list reminds me a whole lot of Christian's last year. Okay, Garrett,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, but it's a whole year in advance. The only game that didn't come out last year could come out this year.
You're right. You're
Sometimes
right.
it's
Not-
4 years in
not
advance
what
now.
happens.
Garrett, which list is your favorite that's not your own?
I like Jake's.
Jake's nice.
Hell
Jake, which
yeah.
list is your favorite that's not your own?
I really like Andy's, partially because the Fable pick, either he's gonna get a date and he's gonna see gameplay, and he can drop it if it's gonna be like next year, like 2026, or he can drop it if it starts looking bad. Everything else I think looks really good. I think Legends could be better than the first Legends game. I also like Andrew's a lot.
Nice. Gabe, which list would be your favorite list?
I like Christian's list a lot. I think if Hades 2 comes out, I think that's solid. Easy points for the next 3 games, really. Like a Dragon, Rift, still heartbroken that you stole that. Ninja Gaiden, great one. And then coming out was 2 hidden gems. Morsels, I was genuinely thought nobody was gonna remember from that one state of play or whatever. And then I think
Morsels looks sick.
Mistra is a good pick, but I hope it doesn't come out. Obviously.
I would go my favorite list. I'm between Garrett and Jake. I think Jake's is my favorite list. Just because if Grand Theft Auto isn't coming out this year, he's gonna know it. And I think he's getting pretty good positive points from the rest of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, which, and then I like Garrett's list a lot too, because I feel like the top of his list is really strong.
Really strong.
Yote,
Mhm.
Metroid Prime. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Outer World, I don't think it's gonna come out. Obviously, that's why I counterpicked it. But if I do, I think it's a low 80s. So yeah, I think I like Garrett's a lot.
Dave the Diver.
Nice.
Awesome pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally, Christian, whose list would be your favorite list?
My favorite list is yours, Andrew.
Aw, thanks.
I really do think so, though. I think that all of your games are really solid. I obviously have a soft spot. Yeah, a soft spot in my heart for Mina. I think that the 2XKO is a fun and interesting pick, and I think that everything else is at least in the mid 80s. So I think you have a really solid base. I was gonna say Jake until the Stone of Madness pick, and I just don't. It's just unproven for me. Everything else on your list I really like, though.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll see
and
early on if it's a good decision or not.
Yeah,
From
true.
the chat, Jesse also picked my list. So thank you, Jesse. I
Nice.
too, if
Bad
there weren't
counter,
these
though.
ridiculous rules, I would also pick my list because it's clearly the best.
Wow.
He has said that
Wow.
the last 4 years, though.
and I get second place every time. So
Andrew walks away with the most solid draft list and then finds a way to just not get first.
just go mid the rest of the year. That's how it goes.
I really hope that Civilization isn't your flight sim of this year. That would be insane. Because I do think that was a really good one. I'm sad
Yeah, I
about
don't think
that.
it will be my flight sim of this year. I feel
No.
really good that's going to be in the high 80s,
Yeah.
low 90s, and I have a lot of dates too for the most part.
Yeah, I'm really happy that I got away with Skate Story. I didn't think that I would. So I'm super pumped. I think that game's coming out. It's gonna be really good. Scale Up did do a preview of it recently, which I was
Yes,
like,
I
let's
watched
go.
that. Yeah. All
It
right.
is frustrating because I would love to have that game.
Yes. Yeah. Me too. Okay, and as we all know, the first day of bets will be Saturday. So this is always the busiest Saturday of the month, other than the day that the Switch 2 will be announced. I imagine that will be the case yet again.
Oh man.
Wait, when
but
is
yeah.
this Saturday?
This Saturday would be
Like this Saturday, bids a
Saturday.
process.
bids would process for the first time. So
Oh,
something
you're
to
right.
keep in mind.
Yeah.
Will Garrett fill out his whole team? He's done it in the past.
He didn't do it last year though, which actually
not do
kind
it
of
last
fucked me
year.
up because
Yeah.
I literally bid on Rift of the Necrodancer, thinking that
Yeah, but see,
Garrett was gonna sneak. It was like the domino effect. I bid on Rift because I thought Garrett would get it, and then I spent all year with it, only to get it dropped last second and then get a 0.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
because I didn't do that, I forgot to bid on a lot of things. So
Shoot.
there's a lot of games that came by, and then I hop in the Discord and I'm like, oh shit.
I've made a bid.
Oh.
I've made a bid.
Wow, it already happened. Couple things to keep in mind if you're watching. If you want to follow along with our league, you can follow leagues on Fantasy Critic. So feel free to do that. We will be doing an update, I would imagine, at the same time as we did last year, around the 6-month mark, right after Summer Games Fest. It was a good time to do it, and that was really fun. So we're totally down to do that again. And we should I mention the Patreon?
Yeah, we're like considering doing a Patreon league. So if you're watching and you're a Patreon member, make sure you pay attention to the rules and everything. And yeah, we're gonna see if we're gonna just test the waters and see if people are interested in doing that, because it would be really fun way to kind of engage with our patrons. So yeah, we'll just
And I can't get enough of Fantasy Critic, so
it's true. So we'll leave it at that little shout out. But this was awesome. I mean, I think this was definitely one of the more nail biting drafts. I feel like everyone was taking games left and right. And I mean, honestly, like I'm even looking at games that I want to bid on, and I'm like, I don't know, we really did not know enough dates this year. Like it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
Like how many people have like dates on their list? You know, it's like kind of few.
I mean, 4 out of 6 of my games, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, and 10 games released in the next 2 months.
Yeah, you do have some good dates actually, Andrew.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of releases in January and February.
Yeah.
So with that, I think we'll probably close out the stream. Shout out to Jesse and Kalinag12 for hanging out for the whole draft. They said that they used this draft to get through dinner, so we're glad we can help you. And also to Tasty Donut in the chat, Chrono Christian, hell yeah. Hit Start Studios, Dead Captain James, Reborn Griffin giving Hideous Kojima a shout out.
I also
thank you guys for watching.
I know that an Emily Perlo is watching as well. So
Text you?
What's up? Yeah, she texted me.
Text you? Nice.
She texted me that it's funny I was playing.
She was
around.
like,
if
you
you
have a
guys watch
shit
back-
draft, Gabe. That's what she said to you.
If you guys watch the stream back, I like started playing around with the Balatro face. I like enlarged it at one point. It was really
Yeah, I
funny.
saw that. I was like, what are you this guy doing?
It's just fun. Oh, man.
Dude, Balatro.
Well, this is awesome. I love that we do this because it's like a fun way to kind of keep in touch. You know, not all of us live in the same state anymore, so it's I know at least for me, it's nice to kind of have this as a way to keep in touch with you guys. And yeah, it's fun. We'll see. May the best publisher win, and we'll leave it at that. Good night.
Back to back champs. Back to back.
Bye.